I have real problems with affection, compliments and concern. Affection feels strange to me and usually has to be on my terms. One of the best examples I can give for that is if my wife and I are driving anywhere and I'm driving, I usually just don't have any physical contact, and what will happen is my wife will just put her hand over and on my leg, and what I'll usually do is almost instinctively is grab her hand, put it on her leg, and then put my hand on top, because that way the affection is on my terms. And there's a lot of times where as well, like I feel like I'm hurting my wife by pulling away from hugs or pulling away from holding or kissing, because although I can handle it for a little while, I can't handle it for a long time, and that's still something that I'm dealing with. Compliments always feel really awkward. I don't know how to take them. It feels like I'm being asked to hold something for a stranger, and not knowing where to put it. It's sort of like someone's just put some oil on some water and it just won't go in. And I struggle to understand concern from people, even those close to me. It feels like I'm being judged or attacked, and there's times where I've reacted viciously towards friends simply because they're concerned for me, and I didn't realise that was concern, and I'd end up blowing up the friendship just because they cared about me. I ended up using a lot of social cues along the way, and if it wasn't for therapy, I wouldn't have been able to understand that a lot of this results from the trauma that I faced growing up, but also while I was sleeping rough. Because the thing about sleeping rough is, particularly back in the 90s as well, you're basically isolated in every sense of the word. You're isolated socially, you're isolated emotionally, and that's very destructive for emotional growth, particularly if you're a young teen as well. And that stuff stays with you, and it's really hard to determine some of this stuff.